The time now, it's 5 o'clock on this July the 16th, 2014 on a Wednesday evening time now for the Waterman J. PJ Wiggins, the evening report. Wednesday evening, July 16th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. Our congregation's at 5 o'clock in North Massachusetts. Got a temperature of 74 degrees, light rain, humidity 91%, wind speed about 7 miles per hour, 29.79 inches, 2.71 degrees, and visibility 10 miles. Alright, let's take a look at our radar scope. Shows a couple of registers of rain showers around the south coast of Massachusetts and Cape and the Islands, and down for southeastern and southwestern Rhode Island and eastern tip of Long Island, and a line of showers from northeast Rhode Island, Woonsocket, stretching over Norfolk County, up into the greater Boston and up in the North Shore, and stretching up into the coastal section of New Hampshire and Maine. And some leftover showers around the Lowell area and down for South Central.
However, we still have bands that go down. Now, Quincy's just about ready to start getting in.
South Central Massachusetts, extreme northwest Rhode Island, extreme northeast of Connecticut around Thompson there. And we'll zoom it down, and it shows a couple of line of clouds stretching up into Maine, New Brunswick, and up into eastern Quebec, down for western and north central portions of Nova Scotia air, and a couple of blobs of rain showers in west central portions of Prince Edward Island, and some spotty rain showers in the eastern and west central portions of Quebec here. And spotty showers from northeastern Ontario, central Michigan, and northwestern Pennsylvania, around Bedford, Pennsylvania here. And the showers from stretching down for the Carolina, Georgia, and down for Florida here. And some spotty showers around Texas, and lands of showers and storms from eastern Oklahoma and down for central Kansas and stretching western Nebraska. And seeing some spotty showers from north central Mexico and stretching down into Arizona, New Mexico, southern Utah, down to central Nevada, and up in the Colorado, down for Wyoming, and spotty rain showers in east central and northwestern portions of California here. And some spotty rain showers in the east central Alberta and west central Alberta, and up in the northeast of British Columbia here. Mendon, Illinois, good evening, 74 degrees with clear skies here.
You may have one more round of rain. Phil.
Thanks. Talking about southeastern Massachusetts.
Let's take a look at our satellite loop here. Shows a lot of clouds coming from Atlantic Canada down to the Atlantic seaboard and down for Florida. Another batch of clouds coming to Metro Mexico down for Northern Texas up into the Plain States and then down for the Rockies and stretching down western Missouri down for the Ozarks here. And the clouds stretching down southern Nevada and then north central California and then up in the Pacific coastline from Washington down for California. And batch of clouds coming from eastern Ontario up to Quebec. And another batch of clouds from northern British Columbia, northern Alberta, and Saskatchewan, and northern Manitoba here. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation here. Stationary front from Wyoming down for the Rockies, and curving it down for Texas and the cold front from southeastern Texas down to Governor, so stretching it up to the eastern seaboard and up into central Quebec, and a pink front up in the northern Quebec, and a station front up in the Quebec near the Gulf of St. Lawrence. And we got a cold front up in the central Alberta, and a front of mine from down from Ontario, and a front of mine from south central Nevada down from western Gulf of California. Low pressure in southeast of Washington, eastern Utah, southern California, Gulf of California, and eastern Colorado and eastern Utah, while high pressure in southwest Minnesota, northern Arkansas, and low pressure in west central Quebec. And a front of mine from southern Quebec and then down for the western New England area. 75 degrees our temperature in Boston. It's 80 in Washington, D.C., 83 in Atlanta and Miami. It's 93 out in Brownsville, 90 in Dallas, Texas, 76 in Kansas City, 71 in Chicago, 75 in Minneapolis, it's 80 in Albuquerque, 71 in Denver, 87 in Salt Lake City, 80 in Great Falls, Montana and Seattle, 73 in San Francisco, and 74 in Los Angeles. Here.
Thank you.
Current conditions, random region, we got 33 in Boston, 36 in Fitchburg, 34 in Bedford, 32 in Beverly, 70 in Gloucester, 32 in Worcester, 32 in Sturbridge, 76 in Webster, 77 in Milford, 75 in Norwood, 74 in Taunton, 73 in Bedford, 75 in Plymouth, 72 in Romstown, 72 in Chatham and Falmouth, it's 71 in Cape Cod Bay, 70 in Martha's Vineyard, 69 in Nantucket, it is 70 in Block Island, it's 73 out in
pictures on our social media using the hashtag
Wesley, 72 in Providence, 73 in Smithfield, 76 in Webster, 77 in Milford, 32 in Worcester and in Sturbridge, 78 in Springfield, 81 in Amherst, 36 in Greenfield and in North Adams, 74 in Pittsfield, 79 in Albany, New York, 35 in Bennington, Vermont, 75 in Keene, New Hampshire, 74 in Jaffrey and Concord, New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire, 75 in Nashua, New Hampshire, it's 73 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, it's 78 in Windsor, 77 in Hartford, 77 in Meriden, 73 in Waterbury, 77 in Danbury, 76 in New Haven, 75 in Bridgewater, it's 71 in Long Island, 72 in Boston Harbor, 71 in Cape Cod Bay, 83 in New York, 77 in Islip, and 73 in Montauk. Forecast this. And around the country, slowly improving weather for the east coast as cold front moves offshore. Some lingering showers and storms in eastern New England. Comfortable temperatures and low humidity cover the western of the central United States and then east over the next couple of days. Heavy rainfall is expected to develop for portions of the central and southern plains with flood and possible, also with relatively cool temperatures and hot weather still confined to the far west oval. None is extreme in the past few days. After some days of hot, humid weather with daily thunderstorms, the cold front will finally push. Oh, that's 307, so we'll update that. Stormy weather for the central plains to the deep south. Very pleasant weather for the northern and eastern United States and scattered showers and storms over the Rocky Mountains. Inactive weather pattern is forecast to develop over the central plains to the deep south by the end of the work week, and a plume of moisture over the wind and a cold or boundary layer air mass that conjunct with upper level shortwave energy will create a favorable environment for the moderate heavy rainfall. Some of the storms may be heavy enough to cause flooding problems, and some strong thunderstorms also likely to develop over the parts of the Texas and Oklahoma. That's pristine. Air mass has settled southward from Canada, has now reached the east coast, and the stormy weather has hammered the region on Tuesday. Is now moving offshore. Very pleasant conditions for the time of the year are expected to continue for Friday. Before warmer and more humid conditions return to the time of the weekend, widespread lows in the 50s can be expected from Midwest and Mid-Atlantic, and especially away from major cities. Highs into the 70s and mid-80s will be commonplace, and out west of the weather over the Pacific Northwest is expected to be by the end of the week as the cold front brings in cooler from the Pacific Ocean. Scattered showers and storms will continue to be possible each afternoon across the Rocky Mountains, and the monsoonal moisture is placed across the region. Forecast discussion around the country. New England shows a cold front will slowly move offshore. Late tonight into Thursday, followed by a high pressure Friday after the weekend. The high pressure may persist into the middle of the next week, bringing mainly dry weather. New term until 6 a.m. Thursday morning. Scattered numerous showers and continue to stream northward across eastern Massachusetts along western edge of the low-level jet stream and Pratt plume or more showers over the ocean lifted northeast into this area will likely be forecast across the Cape and Islands front this evening. SB Capes up to 500 JKG, so a few thunderstorms possible, which could enhance the rainfall rates, and will keep flood watch going for the eastern Massachusetts, but it will drop for Rhode Island as access of heavier showers is shifted to the east. Tonight, cold front will slowly move east from near the Interstate 95 corridor, but will likely hang up across the Cape and Islands as mid-level trough. Still back across Great Lakes with southwest blowing off, and in fact models hit as a wave. Developed along with a front which will likely keep showers going across the Cape and especially back into the west in the night as part plume stalls just off the coast, and we will carry likely the category pops for the Cape and Islands tonight. A few shots could linger in the early evening back across the southeast Massachusetts and otherwise. Dry weather clearing from west to east across the southern New England. With low dew points moving into the west of the clear skies, and light winds will likely to see temperatures dropping to 50s across central western Massachusetts and southwestern New Hampshire. But this dry air will be slow to winch east of next New England, so mid temperatures will be in the low to mid 60s there. Alright, let's take a look what is